Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon and thanks for watching News 8 Now. I'm Alexandra Carter. Right now in Maine, officials are urging residents to keep sheltering in place as an intensive manhunt continues for the suspect in Wednesday's shooting rampage in Lewiston. According to authorities, the shooting that killed at least 18 people is the deadliest in the state's history. Bradley Blackburn has the latest now from Lewiston.
Law enforcement officials in Maine have expanded shelter-in-place orders beyond the town of Lewiston as they continue hunting for mass shooting suspect Robert Card. Police say divers will be searching the water near the dock where Card's vehicle was found.
The river is a big piece of this. The car was located there. Evidence is located in the vehicle or right there along the shores of the Androscoggin River.
On Thursday, SWAT teams, K-9 units, and helicopters scoured Card's hometown of Bowdoin, even honing in on one home in particular that came up empty. Card, an Army reservist, allegedly opened fire inside a bowling alley and restaurant in Lewiston Wednesday night, using a semi-automatic assault rifle with an extended magazine and a scope.
Every one of those rounds that got fired need to be investigated. Every one of those cartridges that lays on the ground needs to be collected.
Despite recent mental health issues, including a temporary hold at a facility over the summer, federal law would not have kept Card from obtaining a firearm. As the investigation unfolds, the names and faces of the victims are being revealed, and loved ones in lockdown are sharing memories online. Arthur Strout was at Schmenge's Bar and Grill Wednesday night playing pool with his father, but stayed behind. He and his wife, Christy, were raising a family together.
He was a good guy, and he was family-oriented, and he always took care of us.
Ben Saroy, a resident of Lewiston, says before the massacre, he always felt safe in this area.
Cherish your loved ones while they're here, because it could happen, I guess, anywhere.
More people were murdered in Lewiston Wednesday night than in the last 15 years combined. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, Lewiston, Maine.
7 people hurt in the shooting are still in the hospital, according to officials. One patient was discharged yesterday, and another one is expected to be discharged today. 8 firefighters were injured during a Russian missile strike on a Ukrainian fire department building overnight. That's according to Ukraine's Minister of Internal Affairs. Take a look at this new video coming in overnight from Ukraine's emergency services. It shows the building in eastern Ukraine with blown out windows and damaged equipment. Ukraine's Air Force claims to have downed 5 out of 6 Russian drones over the region.
Well, conditions are still very cloudy out there now, and the indications are that it will probably stay that way. I think we may see some peaks of sunshine here and there off and on throughout the day, but for the most part, things are just downright cloudy, as you can see on that satellite and radar loop. Now, the radar overlay did show some showers here that moved through early this morning. Now we're just left over with cloud cover. Current temperatures are into the 40s, 45 in La Crosse now. It's really dropped off in Eau Claire as well. You're currently at 42. Much colder back towards the west. We're looking at the 30s, even up to 38 degrees right now in Minneapolis, 45 in Viroqua, and 50 still in Boscobel. But the temperatures are expected to drop throughout the day. Cloudy sky there, as you can see from City Cam 8 in downtown La Crosse. Mix of clouds and sun, much cooler here today and a bit breezy and slightly chilly with those temperatures as well, dropping into the low 40s by around 5 o'clock this afternoon. A check on the full weather forecast. We'll talk more about these temperatures and maybe even some chances of snow here this weekend. All that and more in just a bit. Alexandria?
Derek, thank you. The Bibb County Sheriff's Department in Georgia has released new video today escorting an escaped inmate back to prison. They posted this video on their Facebook page showing 29-year-old Chavis Demario Stokes being led back into the Bibb County Law Enforcement Center last night. Stokes, along with 3 others, escaped from the Bibb County Detention Center back on October 16th. The 3 other inmates are still on the run. Sheriff David Davis told one of our CBS affiliates that malfunctioning locks and cell doors were one of the main problems that led to their escape. Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, Representative George Santos has pleaded not guilty in federal court this morning on 10 charges that he's facing. The allegations against him allege he stole donors' identities and ran up thousands of dollars in fraudulent charges on their credit cards, along with several other offenses. The New York Republicans' attorney entered the not guilty plea on Santos' behalf today. Today's court appearance comes one day after several New York Republicans filed a resolution to expel Santos from Congress. The New York judge overseeing former President Donald Trump's civil fraud trial has denied a motion to keep Ivanka Trump from testifying. Ivanka Trump's attorneys had previously filed a motion to quash a subpoena for her testimony, arguing she should not be forced to appear after an appellate court removed her as a defendant in the case. But the judge in the case has denied that motion after hearing arguments on the matter, though he said her testimony should not be scheduled before Wednesday to give her time to appeal his ruling. After a more than 3-week pause on legislative business, the newly elected Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, is now facing a new set of challenges in a bitterly divided Congress. With time running out, both parties must agree on a spending deal to keep our government open. CBS News' Erica Brown has more on the bipartisan battle in Capitol Hill.
And why was that?
Enjoying my visit with the president.
After a bipartisan meeting with President Biden on additional spending requests for the wars in Israel and Ukraine, newly elected Speaker of the House Mike Johnson now faces a series of critical legislative priorities in a bitterly divided chamber.
There is zero reason to ever shut down the government.
With that deadline to avert a government shutdown just weeks away, Johnson must make up for lost time after a more than 3-week Speaker vacancy.
You're going to see an aggressive schedule in the days and weeks ahead. You're going to see Congress working as hard as it's ever worked.
The new House Speaker also facing an uphill battle to bring both parties to the negotiating table.
Like it or not, Speaker Johnson will not be able to ignore the need for bipartisanship in divided government.
This as Johnson, a staunch conservative, faces scrutiny on his efforts to overturn the 2020 election and his views on abortion.
There is no right to abortion in the Constitution, period.
Do you believe the 2020 election was stolen, sir? Just yes or no?
Despite positions where they disagree, moderate Republicans say that they believe Johnson will fulfill his role and make an efficient speaker. Erica Brown, CBS News, New York.
Johnson's opponents have largely criticized his conservative record. As a congressman, he co-sponsored at least 3 bills that would ban abortion nationwide. Happening today and closer to home, the Tomah VA Medical Center will host a trunk or treat from 1 until 2:30 this afternoon. The free event will be held in the parking lot between buildings 455 and 405 off of 4th Street in Tomah. The VA encouraged everybody who attends to dress up in their best costumes. Coming up after the break, there are several major recalls happening right now that could impact your safety. We'll take a look at today's Consumer Reports and see if something in your driveway could lead to some major damage.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming on.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store.
If you're shopping for a vehicle and wonder what website has local vehicles listed, check out FindCars.com, because FindCars.com is locally based. You'll find thousands of vehicles listed from local dealers and private sellers all over the area. Plus, it's so easy to use. Simply choose the vehicle you're looking for, and FindCars.com will show you who has what you're looking for locally and beyond. FindCars.com, local shopping made easy.
FindCars.com. Click.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hi, it's Elvis Duran. Thanks for listening. I think what makes our show unique is perspective. Many different voices, many different points of view.
If you're going to say don't ask me, we're going to ask you. If you want to.
Wow. We are just a family sitting around the table in the morning. Very dynamic individuals, though.
Yes! Hi, it's Elvis Duran from the Mix Morning Show. Wake up with us every morning on Mix 96.
Being there. Every minute of every day. As your community electric cooperative, it's not just our way of doing business. It's our way of life. And as a Touchstone Energy Cooperative member, that means value that goes far beyond the energy we provide. value you can't really put a price on. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Dr. Mehta knows pain.
Oftentimes, I see patients with pain in their knees, their hips, their back, and it's actually coming from their feet.
Her suggestion?
It's as easy as going into a Good Feet store.
Come in for your free arch support fitting.
Welcome back. The stock market closed in the red yesterday as new data showed the nation's gross domestic product jumped 4.9% during the third quarter. In today's Consumer Reports, there are some recalls you should be aware of. Toyota is one of them, recalling more than 750,000 SUVs over a possible problem with the front bumpers. The recall covers certain Highlander SUVs going back to 2020. Toyota says even a minor impact could cause the bumper to fall off. Owners whose SUVs are affected will be notified by the company in December. Tech retail giant Best Buy is recalling more than 900,000 Insignia multifunction pressure cookers. According to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, these pressure cookers have a defect which can cause users to overfill them, resulting in hot food and liquid potentially spewing out. 17 people have reported burn injuries as a result. Owners of the recalled products should stop using them right away and contact Best Buy for replacement parts. And one major fast food chain is taking Friday literally. McDonald's is giving away free French fries every Friday for the rest of the year, but you have to add them to your pickup order on the McDonald's app in order to score the deal. What better way to kick off the weekend than with some delicious French fries? And who doesn't love a hot fry on a cold day? That does sound pretty good right now. That does it for your afternoon consumer news. As we head to break, we'll take a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us. More news is next.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 25-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Only at Hy-Vee.
It's nothing.
Sounds like something.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol coats and soothes for fast relief when you need it most.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick and try Vapo Shower for steamy Vicks vapors.
Ready to transform your space? Or perhaps your favorite room just needs a few updates? Let our design consultants help you discover the possibilities to update your home. We take the time to discuss your space, your needs, and your budget. Cooley Carpet will help you every step of the way, from start to finish, with design professionals and expert installation to meet all your expectations. Let our dedicated team help you achieve your dream space. Visit us at Cooley Carpet Center on Mormon Cooley Road in La Crosse.
Save big this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Whole boneless pork loin, just $1.77 a pound. Red grapes, just $1.98 a pound. And our special recipe brats or patties, 10 for only $10. Only at Hy-Vee.
In today's medical report, doctors say they've found an amino acid that could play a role in which people will develop long COVID. Researchers from the University of Alberta studied COVID patients and discovered people with low levels of taurine were more likely to be hospitalized or even die from COVID. People with high levels of taurine, which the liver produces and is found in meat and fish, had more mild symptoms. These findings could lead to better treatments for COVID. Meanwhile, scientists have found a genetic link between irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS, and endometriosis. A University of Queensland study showed women with endometriosis are twice as likely to have IBS. Both illnesses are painful and difficult to diagnose. Doctors hope the link can help improve treatments and diagnoses in the future. And finally, a new study from MIT and Harvard is shedding light on how adults understand children who are just learning to talk. Even when young children can't fully form words, adults can often interpret what the child means based on context and past conversations. Researchers say when adults successfully understand what a child is trying to communicate, it helps improve their speech. That wraps up today's top medical stories. We'll take a look now at CityCam 8. Derek is up next with our forecast.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Give your home a fresh new look with wall and floor tile from Mohawk. Clean Protect porcelain tiles are waterproof, scratch resistant, and stain resistant, specially designed to stand up to life's everyday mess. Now just $169 each after rebate. Complete your tiling job with professional quality installation products from Tech. We carry Tech mortar and grout for all floor and wall tile sizes. Get Sturdy Flex mortar for only $10.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
I've been riding since 1967. Hupy and Abraham have been representing bikers for decades. My friends and myself will tell you, if you're involved in a serious motorcycle accident, call Hupy and Abraham. These guys are not pretenders.
Hupy and Abraham knows how to get you every dollar you deserve for your accident.
If I had a friend or family that was injured in a motorcycle accident, the first people I'd tell them to call would be Hupy and Abraham.
Call the motorcycle accident lawyers, Hupy and Abraham.
They really do mean business.
Don't be tricked by sales and free stuff. Better products at better prices on all your home improvements during the 2023 Fall Home Show at the Board Store Home Improvements. Don't miss it.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
Definitely shaping out to be a pretty cloudy start to the afternoon, as you can see right there behind me from City Cam 8 in La Crosse. 45 degrees underneath those thick cloudy skies is what we're seeing here right now. West winds a little bit breezy, 15 miles an hour. If you're in Eau Claire, we're looking at 42 degrees with westerly winds currently blowing at around 15 miles an hour. So the further north and west you are, the more colder it is, because that's where the majority of the cold air currently exists. Behind this cold front that just moved through earlier this morning around 4 to 5 o'clock is when it pushed through La Crosse. Now positioned to our east, but still dragging in a bunch of cold air well behind it, and that's going to continue throughout the day and over the next several days, as a matter of fact. I do want to show you the radar loop the last 12 hours or so, showing that we did have some showers that pushed through the area late last night and also into early this morning. For now, though, those showers have cleared out, and now we're just left over with some cloudier skies here behind everything else. Current temperatures are into the 40s. We got 46 now in Sparta, 45 in Viroqua. It's a little bit warmer back towards the east of Wisconsin Rapids and central Wisconsin, but you got the 30s and 40s not too far away from us, and that cold air is heading into our general direction, and you'll notice that as temperatures will be dropping throughout the day today. Under mainly cloudy skies to start, there could be some peaks of sunshine here in between, but some models indicate that we actually may be a little bit more cloudier than that here. However, we'll keep our eyes to the sky though. Freeze warnings go into effect starting at 1 a.m. tonight and then going into 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for the huge drop in temperatures that we're expecting. And you can see these are mainly for these highlighted counties, and that does include La Crosse County. And again, the reason being is because our temperatures will be dropping heading into 4 o'clock. You can see we're talking about temperatures in the 40s, followed by the 30s as we head into tonight. And we're not quite done yet. Heading into early tomorrow morning, look at the temperatures into the upper 20s to low 30s. So we're expected to be well below freezing, and that's why those freeze warnings are going into effect. Now, as we head into tomorrow morning, we start off cloudy with those temperatures well into the 30s. Here's what's interesting. I'm watching a disturbance back to the west. That could cause some scattered snow showers to push in here. No accumulations with this, maybe just a little bit of some wet snow here arriving and then clearing out of here as we head into tomorrow night. But in all, that will be the first snowfall literally falling from the sky as we see. Probably not the first accumulation though. And then as we head into Sunday morning, looking at cloudy skies, that trend lasts as we head into Sunday afternoon with pretty cold temperatures, as you can see there, highs into the low 40s for the weekend. And as we head into next week, we're talking about high temperatures into the 30s and 40s over those next several days, including Halloween. So Parents, make sure to dress your kids appropriately. Even though the costumes will be on, I know they want to show it off, but we got to make sure we dress warm.
Yeah, for sure. And then it looks like, once again, that temperature has dropped by 1 degree.
I know.
Keeps getting cooler and cooler.
It keeps getting cooler and cooler.
Yeah, so get out the rain gear, the snow gear, everything.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Derek. Make sure to, and still ahead on News 8 now, an Israel airstrike in the Gaza Strip injures more civilians overnight. The latest as the Israel-Hamas war continues.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
It's the Enchanted Forest, Saturday, October 28th. Families are invited to trick-or-treat along Riverside Park and the Rotary Gardens, as well as participate in activities along the way. Come support local scouting. The UWL Planetarium presents Album Encounters, 8 p.m. Friday nights. Experience a multimedia light and laser show set to rock music.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland, as in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it,
Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Where do you get your important information? Do you trust your neighbor? Your community newsletter? What about your friends? The opinions of those we trust are important to consider. But when it comes to Medicare, everyone's needs are different. So it's important to find the coverage that best fits you. With one call to Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, we can help you find a Medicare Advantage plan with additional benefits that can save you money and that lets you keep your doctors. With just your zip code, we can find plans in your area with the benefits you need at a cost you can afford. But you don't get these plans automatically. Call now to find out what your friends, family, and neighbors have been talking about. You might be surprised by what you hear. Don't wait. Call now. You only have a limited time to explore these Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield plans and make changes.
Call 800-538-8671. That's 800-538-8671. 800-538-8671.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A United Nations agency is providing aid to Palestinian civilians as the war wages on in Gaza. This is video of the convoy arriving earlier today. Residents there are asking for more fuel to sustain their aid operations amid the ongoing conflict that has left hundreds of thousands of people without a home. A UN official said earlier today the Islamist Hamas-ruled region is in dire need of fuel since the attacks began earlier this month. He also appealed for a humanitarian ceasefire to help provide access for those in need. According to that official, the region needs about 160,000 liters of fuel a day in order to supply hospitals, restaurants, and other businesses. Meanwhile, in Acapulco, Mexico, residents were able to assess the damage of their homes for the first time since Hurricane Otis made landfall yesterday. You can see some of that damage in this video. That hurricane killed at least 27 people. Mexico's Minister of Security and Civil Protection confirmed the death toll in a press conference yesterday, adding that 4 other people are still missing. The hurricane knocked down over 50 electrical towers, leaving more than 500,000 customers in the dark. Officials say reconstruction of the devastated city will begin as soon as possible. Stay with us. We'll have one more check of your forecast when we return.
Window World is here to help. We're making it easy with special financing options and convenient monthly payments. Increase your curb appeal with energy-efficient products that have earned the Good Housekeeping seal. Window World, America's exterior remodeler.
My frequent heartburn had me taking antacid after antacid all day long. But with Prilosec OTC, just 1 pill a day blocks heartburn for a full 24 hours. For one-and-done heartburn relief, Prilosec OTC, 1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn.
Honey.
Honey. DayQuil Severe Honey. Powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste. Because life doesn't stop for a cold. DayQuil Honey. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head fever, honeylicious power through your day medicine.
My problem was never really my feet.
it was always my back. I had had as many epidurals that I could possibly have in 1 year. And that's when Tara at the Good Feet store kept telling me to try her arch supports. The future I can see now. I couldn't see it before. You can't use this.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
On today's episode of Fun Moments at Fanati's, it's Halloween shopping time.
Zoe can't have gluten. Oh, creepy crawlies. Pez, and more Pez. Oh, peanut butter filled ghouls. Jack-o'-lantern suckers.
Celebrate each season and see what's in store at Fanati's Nut and Chocolate Shop. Stay tuned for more fun moments brought to you locally by Fanati's in downtown La Crosse, where the nuts, chocolate, and candy are delicious.
Our homes are extensions of who we are. New beginnings, first steps, moments lasting in time. We'll be there. Window World, America's exterior remodeler, improving homes, changing lives.
Friday Night Frenzy, tonight at 10.
Telling the stories of our community. We're always on and where you can find us. News 8 Now. Expect more.
Here's the last look now at your 8-day forecast. We got a high of 55 for today. Looking at some leftover scattered showers, but I think for the most part, just looking mainly cloudy. Could see some peaks of sun in between. And as we head into Saturday and Sunday, we're tracking a chance of snow, highs in the low 40s. It's going to continue to get colder as we head into next week, especially early on Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, we got the upper 30s, Alexandria. It's going to feel a lot like early winter. So
yeah.
Get ready for that.
That is a very cold Halloween. Maybe even a little bit of a white Halloween, right? There could be the potential for that.
Maybe some flurries, but
Okay.
I think it's just going to be one of those Halloweens where it's just downright cold and we got to dress warm.
You got to bundle up for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Tarek. Thanks so much for joining us today at noon. We'll see you back here at 5, 6, and 10. Have a great day.